Hello, all my fellow Sag. This reading is for June 2025. I am equally interested in this reading to see what's coming up in the month ahead for us. So what I'm going to do is allow the charms to fall where they want to. We'll use tarot cards to clarify those charms, and that'll give us a sense of the general theme that, all of us, or the majority of us, will be experiencing next month. If there are any unique messages, they will come through. That's just how it happens, as all of you know. If a soul or your angel has opportunity to come in, they will. So bear with me. There's going to be a little bit of noise and a little bit of time spent to get the cards that they want to share with us. Okay. So this one is touching, so I will keep this. Interesting that another warning has come out. I just finished a reading, just wrapped up a reading that had a little caution in there, a little gentle caution. It looks like we're getting a little caution as well. Just seeing if they feel like we're gonna have maybe three main vein of thought, of message. I feel like these two charms are being grouped together, and then these two are kind of in isolation. So we'll see if the cards fall out the same way and reinforce that. Ooh, flying right out. They're excited. Maybe it's because I'm also a Sag. So maybe my spirit guide here is getting a little excited. Okay. All right. So we're going to get a few cards here for each section. Okay. And then I'll just kind of tune in to see where they want me to go first. As I do that, we have my fish up here. Beware of this at this time. So like I was saying, a bit of a watch out here for the month for us. Then we have sort of hair brushes, comb on happiness is just around the corner, which is a great message to receive. And it's being paired with the high-heeled, what is destined to happen. So, something fated for us in the month coming ahead, Sagittarius. And then changes are about to happen. So, maybe something, and it is connected chart-wise. So maybe there's a connected thread here as I go through the reading, kind of through the order here. Just kind of want to see where they want me to go first, but I feel like I am going to head up to my big fish here. Kind of see what this warning is, maybe. So when I have my kind of goldfish here, there we go, my large fish. This is something like serendipitous. I always get like a mermaid feeling with this, something, maybe a bit more miraculous, like Sagittarius in June might have an experience that feels like how did this happen? And maybe that's why it's sort of a beware of this at this time. Maybe we're having like deja vu, or just like loss of time. Like, how did I get here? How did this happen? Like there's this sense of kind of waking up, but also a sense of it being very foreign. So that's why it feels like kind of, like I'm saying, kind of mermaidish here. So it's like okay, what's kind of going on here? I'm feeling at a loss here. So let's see what the cards have to expand on that. So I'm drawn to the king here first on the hill, the emperor. Because I was kind of going down that kind of storybook kind of messaging that they're trying to give me here regarding this warning about it being like mythical, magical. Again, like, how did this happen? Sorry, I'm pausing just because I'm trying to see if this is related to, because he's holding on to his staff here. But I was seeing like crutches and a cane. So I'm wondering if this is a caution of lack of awareness that could lead to like falling asleep at the wheel. And you drift off and you're on the side of the curb. I mean, it's not I wouldn't say we're looking at major injury here. And not to say I want anyone to crash, but I do see like a cane and the crutches, like I was saying. Or it could be, your thoughts are distracted, so you tumble down the stairs, right? Like Jack and Jill fall down the hill. So again, another kind of tie back to storybooks and fantasy. Yeah. So there's definitely the head's in the clouds here. So this lack of focus, this suddenly waking up, and not realizing like, what the heck happened. Like there is that loss of time. And then we have, I don't know why they're sending me down these like childhood stories, but like right away I was getting like Moby Dick, and like Free Willy, like all these like whale centric stories and shows and books that I consumed as a child. So I'm wondering if this is something that we're experiencing again, or possibly could experience again. So maybe when you were younger, you did feel like loss of time, or you just couldn't focus, or you just found yourself places and you just, I don't realize how I got myself here. So it could even just be like decisions, right? Making a decision and like not understanding how you got there. But it is just a gentle caution. They are just coming forward with like the soft, gentle flower here, the soft, angelic yellow hues, gold hues, a singular flower, even like a little get well here. So any of us that sort of missed this warning, we're too tired to drive. We drove anyways. Maybe we're too incapacitated to drive too, right? We're not paying attention and we drank one too many. Again, taking that step, missing a step. So there is some kind of like gentle tumble here. And maybe the whale here is all about like, it's June. So those of us who have pools or maybe you're swimming, maybe we're stumbling on a rock here or something. But again, it's this cane and the crutches. So if the stumble does happen, this minor recovery that's going to happen. So mostly like a leg, ankle, sprained ankle, broken leg, twisted leg, you know, stub your toe. I do that all the time. I don't know if that's a Sagittarius thing, but I am catching my big toe on everything all the time, even though I didn't know it's there. So this could be my beware. Maybe in June, I'm going to have a sudden uptick in catching my toe on everything to the point that maybe I'll break it. So I just need to be more cautionary when I walk. So maybe you can, you know, the message can better relate to you once you put it sort of into your own circumstance, like I just did with my stubbing my toe all the time. So again, maybe that's why I'm sharing my story, so you get the sort of the scale of the fraction, the fracture, I should say. So what else is happening in June for Sagittarius? I'm kind of drawn to, you know, the changes about to happen, kind of looking straight down here. And this is my howling wolf. And usually this is, you know, throat chakra. It 100% is always related to throat chakra. So, and volume, loudness. So this change that is going to happen will be pretty profound, or will require you to kind of speak up or be a part of it. Be like engaged, drive it forward, be the leader, that kind of sense. See if I'm getting anything else off the wolf. You know, kind of piggybacking off of the cautionary here. This charm can also mean like a disagreement, an argument. So perhaps that's what's distracted you, and then you know, have your tumble, stub your toe, you know, miss a step, walking outside. And again, I'm getting the yellow, they're drawing me into the yellow. So gentle caution there. So maybe that's why maybe I immediately got drawn down to the wolf here. So it could be an argument that distracts us, or just volume again. You know, it could be traffic's really loud. We miss the red light. We miss the stop sign. You know, something there with regards to volume and a disagreement, an argument. So we have our beautiful angelic white candle, which could mean that the change about to happen is actually fated, you know, predestined. There's no avoiding this. I feel like there's a connection here to generational, drawing into the flowers here in the Mother's Day that just passed in the month of May here in June, with Father's Day coming up. I feel like this change is related to generations. So the big change here could be you're the first generation to first generation of your family to like go to school. I know my family, I was the first to graduate from a post-secondary, so that was like my generation achieved that. Maybe you're the first to start a new business. Whatever this is, whatever this first of the generation is, it's predestined. So before coming into this life, your soul established that you would kind of own a first in your family. And seeing this as a June 2025 reading, this could be just related to graduating. I just was encouraged to share my story of graduating. So maybe you're similar. Maybe you're going to be the first to graduate, first to be a doctor in your family, the first to travel internationally, you know. But you're gonna have a generational first here in June. And then of course we have the sort of the family banquet here. So again, that connection back to generational, the first in the family. You're kind of establishing a new path. I was immediately kind of drawn into the shadow here of the tree. So maybe you're very much literally like what we're seeing in the card here. Maybe you're going to establish a new tradition in the family. Maybe you're the first in the family to marry outside the same culture. So maybe you're the first to bring cultures together and show that, like, how beautifully that works. You know, June is a great month for having weddings and hosting parties, engagement parties coming together. So there is this coming togetherness to celebrate this first. So no wonder it's on a big change here, right? The wolf howling, getting loud. This is probably the loudest celebration angels can offer us with their candle here, this predestined change. And it's going to be, like I said, June 2025, you're going to be the first in the family. You know, the first generation to do this. And there definitely is an establishment of something here. So when you are the first, you're, like I said, it is a tradition you're establishing. It's maybe you're the first to, like I said, to travel internationally. So maybe you're bringing family over. But yeah, you're initiating a large change here in June. June 2025 is the start of this. I don't expect the change to happen in June, but this is like the kickoff month to it, the new chapter for it. Oh, I moved the heel here. Okay, so we have my sort of hair accessories on. Sorry, excuse me, I knew that was coming. That might mean there's a unique message that's trying to get through here. Give me a second. So the hairbrushes, happiness is just around the corner. These represent for me like kind of being in the spotlight, so receiving recognition of some kind, or spotlight in the sense of like people need to know who you are, where you are, which sometimes can be like travel or like a conference. You know, people are calling you to queue up, maybe like a speaking at something, but you know, like a VIP here, essentially, connected to happiness around the corner. And then we have my heel with a flower. And I apologize, my dog is getting riled up here by the neighbors. So the heel with the flower. I don't know why I'm calling it a flower. Sorry, that's why I'm getting stumbled here. It's a butterfly. What is destined to happen. And like I said, it was interconnected here, and I was just talking about how this generational change that you're doing is predestined. Sorry, my heel with my butterfly. And this is all about usually like jealousy, passing judgment. Again, a bit of a cautionary there. So as you get into spotlight, obviously people are going to be passing judgment. So I think this is more of not a cautionary tone to all of the Sages out there next month about being jealous. We always should be, but I think it's about receiving jealousy and just, you know, let someone say what they want to say for what it is and just kind of move on, right? Everything that we do, there's always going to be some kind of positive or negative reaction or response. So, you know, getting into the spotlight here, receiving a form of recognition. This could be someone saying, you know, why did they receive that? It could even be why did their child get that, right? Like you could be at your child's graduation and hearing whispers. So but you know, the spotlight definitely is on you. They really want us to embrace the happiness, and because it is predestined to happen. So, you know, anything negative, any kind of jealousy, just know it's coming from a place of jealousy. So you can see it for what it is. And then the companion cards. We have our sleepy, content, happy little orange kitty with our unicorn connecting into the dreamscape and the third eye and this predestined to happen sort of magical sense. So it's almost like you can rest easy. Again, kind of avoid the negative talk, any kind of jealous intent or communications around you at this time in this month, and just like let it go, right? Just like rest easy. Like I was saying, just kind of park it, know that it is what it is, and you're going to continue forging forward on this predestined path. I mean, it could be just negative talk related to being the first in your family to do something. Like I was saying, bringing, two cultures together. There's going to be, I think, just naturally, some opinions that are made. If you're hosting an event, some opinions are made. If you're launching a business, a product, some opinions are going to be shared, right? So just negate those, just toss them aside. So, and I'm sure that the ding on my phone was picked up as well, as I was talking about this section of just like, don't get sucked into the negativity. Just focus on you at this time and embrace knowing that you're headed down the right path. And then, of course, we have the little watch out here for all of you Sag, about tripping, stumbling, falling, some kind of, lower half of the body injury, toes, feet, ankles, legs, knees, hips, maybe. Just kind of watch out for that this month. But otherwise, good luck and congratulations to all of you setting out on a new generational path here for your family, establishing sort of the next sort of, I guess, chapter in the legacy. I guess myself as well, being a Sag, so we'll reconnect in the coming months and see how we're doing along there. So just a short kind of little monthly read, cautionary tales, but obviously they really want me to focus on this area, this congratulation of starting new, and having the courage to kind of be the first, and to step out publicly, right? You're gonna have a spotlight on you, the actions that you're taking here. So have a wonderful month, and I look forward to seeing you and the upcoming monthly readings.